And welcome to Blackfeather Guild. Before we go in and say hi to the cast and get started with the show, I wanted to talk very briefly about viewer actions and a little bit about sponsors. So first off, there's a number of ways that you can actually actively participate in the show through viewer actions. One of the easiest ways to do so is through retweeting the game tweet. You should see that somewhere in chat if it's not in there already. But you just click on that link and hit retweet, and for every 5 retweets that we get on that, it will add a bonus to the cast pool and the game master pool. Now, in most cases, that's going to be an extra d6 that they can add on to any roll. Basically, a great way to use that is if a player is almost meeting a DC, but they're just not quite there, they can grab one of those d6s from the cast pool, roll that, and then add that to their roll. Basically, is how that works. Same with the GM. So that's one of the easiest ways that you can participate that way. Another way is through guild coins. That's our Twitch channel points. If you look at the rainbow colored icon, it should have the Blackfeather Guild crest on it. It should be right below your Twitch chat box. If you click on that, it'll show you all the different things that you can get with those. The biggest one being plot points. Now, plot points, you can see an example right over here. They all work pretty much the same way. It's just a matter of how big of an impact they have. So for the example, when we've got 2 plot points, the player of your choice gets something moderately helpful or unhelpful. Enter any suggestions for the GM into chat, or you can have the GM come up with something entirely on their own. So just choose if you want it to be helpful or unhelpful to the party, and that's kind of how you can use them. You can throw in your own suggestions as well. How those work: 1 plot point is something trivially helpful or unhelpful. 2 is moderately, 3 is very, and 4 is very to the entire party. So if you want to do something to help the entire party or really throw a monkey wrench in their plans, 4 plot points will do that. So that's guild coins. And then finally, we've got donations. So if you want to help out with keeping the lights on in the place, so to speak, there's a number of ways that you can financially contribute. One of those being coffee.com/Raven or Raven.rocks. You can see both of those examples down there at the bottom. Those are the addresses to do direct donations. You can also do Twitch subscriptions or bits. Those work the same way. And then finally, Patreon. We've got a Patreon, which you should see in chat here any second, if it's not there already. And our Bard tier patrons and higher get credits towards viewer actions every month that they can use on any show that they would like. You just have to let us know in chat how you want to spend those, and then we'll hand those out. So some very cool stuff. Before we hop over to see the cast, one last thing to mention is a couple things on this chart here. We've already covered the D6 and the plot points, but the triple crits, what that means is you can gift auto critical successes. And you can, it's triple because you get 3. You can divvy those out however you'd like. You can do 2 to the cast, 1 to the game master, all of them to the game master, however you want to do it. So they work much like the D6s. The cast members just grab that when they're available and they really need them and use them. So it's pretty cool. And then finally, the last one, introduce an ally or enemy NPC. Just give us a brief description of what you want this character to look like, kind of their character concept and a name, and let us know if you want it to be an enemy or an ally to the party, and the GM will basically take that and run with it. So really cool ways that you can participate. Lastly, I just wanted to take a quick moment to mention our sponsors. If you look at the logos down below, that's who's sponsoring this episode, and we'll talk a little bit about that before we introduce everybody as well on the next scene. So yeah, check all this stuff out, and thank them for supporting us, and thank you for being here and watching. Let's go say hi to the cast.
Hello and welcome to might be the finale of Fleshmaker's Folly. We have a great show for you. Not only are we brought today by Fundamental RPG and grindingcoffee.co, which you can go and get 13% off uh, your purchase with the code RAVVYN. And we have a special guest of the Opera Geek. So things are going to be very special today. A lot of stuff. So be prepared for a good one. Now, last time on Fleshmaker's Folly, Otto, would you like to?
Gladly. Dateline Greenblade. The journey to the grand tournament began with the ominous introduction to the suspiciously glorious hero Theseus, beloved of the gods, and continued in dubiously resplendent kind until our destined arrival at Greenblade's legendary arena, the storied battleforge of some of the greatest druids in time's endless annals. Now proving ground of both dashing Theseus, Blessed, bester of the mighty Minotaur, and our own juggernaut Jin, favored of dragon and stone, slayer of cakes. A battle royale began the bout, quickly demonstrating our contestants' mastery of combat. The first round ended briskly, with only Jin and the unwholesomely awesome Theseus left standing to face the champion of Greenblade, a demon-fueled druid that smote both crowd and combatants with a vicious storm. Who set this perfidious pitfall for our warrior reporters? What could their nefarious master plan be? The answers may shock the faint of heart on Fleshmaker's Folly.
Oh, no. You gotta love that mid-Atlantic accent. Bless you. And as we go around, let's have the introduction of our players. Going clockwise, counterclockwise from Jin, Otto, Gut to our special guests. Welcome and thank you. Jin.
Hi, I'm Par, playing Jin, your resident Earth Genasi barbarian. Overall muscle, skullbuster of the group, and straight men in comedy.
Oh, thank you for that wonderful introduction and the great, obvious Otto.
I'm Eshi, and I play Otto, the changeling wild mage and extremely gonzo journalist. Hopefully, it doesn't cause any damage today.
Ooh, sorry, I forgot I was muted. Professional streamer. And after that, we have our wonderfulest great Gert.
Hello, I am Jordan, aka Sassy Sander, and today I'm going to be playing Gert, the elderly warlock gnome who is spunky, quirky, and out to find love, but also doesn't mind a good snack along the way.
Oh, thank you for that snackful introduction. And now for our special guest, the Opera Geek.
Hi, I'm Kelly, and I'm apparently playing the Blood Queen, which sounds very fancy, probably much fancier than I actually am. But I'm going to enjoy crushing everyone's hopes and dreams.
And starting with that crushing, we have in the Colosseum a crushing vine creature that stands midway. Now, as we go in from each player, we're going to start with the establishing shot. First, going to Jin. What do they look like as they get ready to fight?
Well, Jin's got his halberd slung over his shoulder, probably looking quite serious in this situation. There's cracks down his skin from his rage, his raging, and I think he's just breathing a little heavily as he considers what might come in the near future. Just staring at his opponent.
As the camera slightly shifts away from Jin, focuses on Otto in the stands.
Otto is a average height, average build, short brown hair, bright green eyes, covered in various clothes of various quality and description. And most of their face is covered by collars and scarves. And as they pass behind people, they become other people in the crowd, just casually sauntering through, doing unwholesome things to various people's pocketbooks and whispering unwholesome rumors.
As they seem to run away, and the camera comes focused on Gert, the stands.
You look at Gert and you just see this small mound of gray, coily hair encapsulated in this giant t-shirt that she's written "Gin for the win" on. And as she sees this creature, you just see this look of like, are you kidding me? Like, we've been through this. I thought this was over. Like, can we go home now? And so she's going to take off that giant shirt that she's put on over her clothes and like set it to the side and like brace her little self for more combat.
And as kind of like that, everyone that like to roll initiative as we get ready for the final conflict. Maybe. Let's hope so.
Okay. Initiative.
Da 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 da.
Why are my rolls always so bad? It's painful.
Probably because you're the one that has to come in the end and save everyone.
Very painful for me. I think just playing D&D, I've realized how bad my luck can get.
Sometimes the dice are very cruel.
Amen.
Oh, it's sometimes for you guys? It's always for me.
Hey now. Hey
Every,
now.
every great once in a while I crit, and it's great. It's fantastic.
Otto, you actually have won the initiative and go before this vine creature.
Oh my, that never happens. Otto is going to yell at everyone to get back, and then hold action to cast Fireball after everyone gets out of the range of effect.
Okay, like I'm thinking, like for the most part, as kind of like you're getting ready, like the last bit of the people actually leave the Coliseum, except like few people, like since you did freak them out last time, you get most of them starting, and with the vine creature, just got the rest of them to just go. That we're gonna only people left are kind of like a lot of old people or people that could probably withstand what's gonna go forward. And the lone turtle wearing like old referees just in the middle, like looking at the rule book and going, "Well, there's no rules for this. What There's no rules! Freaking out over that. So, Otto, if you want to go with like a fireball, you can go with that. There's no one really in the way.
Okay. Last that I recalled, everyone was like piled on top of this dude. Yeah, I'm gonna huck a fireball then.
Nice. Give me those two D20s. Woo! That is nice. Very nice. Looks like we're ready in for some fiery action. And where was the actual... Okay, so the fireball didn't get rolled. Okay. Just the wild magic.
It's a save.
Ooh. I'd forgotten about that.
It has to make a dex saving throw.
Ooh,
DC 16.
Ooh, this is very spicy. So that should be 1d20. They failed!
All right. So now we're looking at 8d6. Gonna do it in 4s. Because I'm lazy and slow. So that's 33 damage.
Nice! Very nice. And you see kind of like a little bit of crisp on it. And just as kind of like it's going along. But you notice kind of like these very vines. And have like very sharp points to each single one. And on its turn, from that, like it starts to build up almost like a thick shield out of that what you just cleared away, building forth. And as kind of like it's just doing out, I need you and everyone to make a dexterity save of 17. Dexterity saving throw as wild needles come out. Ooh. Dang, even with advantage, Jin. Okay. So, you save, so that means both Gert and Jin will take 7 and damage. The piercing damage, which I guess ruins half to 3 for Jin. And Jin will take 3 poison damage. And Gert 7. And it seems to kind of like just building around this like very spine needle-y shield. And as kind of like Gert and Jin, you notice like something kind of like as the needle went straight past you and hit the ground, something seems to be growing in the ground after it had hit you. Gert, it is your turn. What would you like to do?
She's gonna notice this thing growing behind her, which is totally not fair. Like, if you're gonna pick a fight with me, stay in one place. And she's gonna turn around and start whacking it with her quarterstaff and say, "No, not right here."
Okay, so I believe that's an unarmed attack, correct? Or is it?
It'll be with my quarterstaff.
Okay.
So it should be. Okay, I'm gonna be very on. Let's see if that rolls the right thing.
Yes, it does.
Perfect.
Bludgeoning damage to the pod.
No.
And as you notice, like these pods themselves don't have a high DC. Hey.
I'm gonna use my movement to move 30 feet to the right. Like, wait, this Coliseum's round, correct?
Yes.
So I'm not gonna change my distance from the original plant monster. Is that correct?
Yes, because imagine
Okay.
kind of like, because in the center is the monster itself. Because remember, the fights themselves were all of this kind of like set up in 4 segments that had faded away for this Coliseum area. And because it
I'm
sounded like
actually
you were
not
in the
gonna
front
move.
rows of the actual, like Coliseum, the chairs and such, not the actual Coliseum itself.
Yeah.
So if
I
kind of
changed
like
my mind. I'm not gonna move. I'm gonna stay right there and call it for now.
Okay, so are you not wanting to do anything bonus action or anything more? It's like you were in
No,
like the
not
seats of
right
the
now.
Coliseum.
I don't think I have a good one to use currently. So I'm gonna call it for now and think on it until my next
Well,
round.
if it helps, just so that kind of like you do something a little more, as a bonus action, you can try to do either Arcana or Nature check on the pod itself.
Oh yeah, I'll do an Arcana. I'm actually good at that. Thank you.
Okay, you actually see kind of like in the pod, you notice like almost like a silhouette of yourself, and roughly as you notice, kind of like the blood that was kind of like taken from you, like as you were kind of like hit from you, seemed to have started this growth. Like it's smaller than you, but you notice because of that 21 in certain that if it's not going to deal with quickly, there might be a Gert-side creature inside that pod.
I'm going to flash an extremely concerned look over at Otto, who's probably not paying attention to me. Wait, did Otto or Jin get hit?
I believe it was Jin did, Otto did not, because like you avoid a dex save, you save against everything. That's kind of why it's high.
Okay, I'm actually still gonna look at Otto. I'm gonna say, Otto, we got a problem. And then I'll end my turn.
Okay. Jin, it is your turn. You notice like right behind you, there's another pod. A growth that came from that spike. What would you like to do?
So I have this vine monster in front of me
Yep.
and a pod behind me.
Yes.
Now, I was just in a battle. Is my rage from that still going?
Yes. That's why like you took 3 instead of 7 damage on both the poison and the actual thing, because they were both halved.
Right. Is that sorry, is the fire damage still going?
No, because again, like you have to use a bonus action to use it.
No, I mean, is it still active? Like I can still use it.
Yeah, it's on your weapon, but it's like you have to sacrifice your bonus action to use it.
All right. All right, I'm gonna do that. I'm bonus action. Ignite my halberd for that extra D8 fire damage.
D10.
D10 fire damage. Okay.
Yeah, that's why it costs a full bonus action to use. Is it's a D10 instead of a D8.
All right. I will try to. I'll swipe at this pod, I suppose.
Okay, give me an attack roll.
No reckless for this.
Okay.
22. So that's I should roll the extra damage too, since it applies to the first attack. So that's 14 plus 2 rage damage, 16 plus 5, 21 points damage.
Ooh. You were just one away, unfortunately. Like, it is very damaged. Oh, man. Like, just one away. Okay. Do you want to use a D... Because I think we have in our pool, like, a D6? Yeah. Do you want a D6? Because if you can use one of those D6, that will destroy it.
For the damage?
Yeah. Like, because you are one away. So if you want to use a D6, I'll let you destroy it, because you're just so dang close to one hitting it.
I don't know, guys. What do you think? To use or not to use?
Do it. Do it.
Do it. Go for it.
Peer pressure.
Sure, I'll pump in a D6. So
Wow.
six more.
Okay. Yeah, you obliterate it. And as kind of like you do that, you actually see like what looks very creepily like a very silhouette of yourself as well. As like the pod was burned away, there was a silhouette about the same size as you as it completely burns away.
That is so not okay. And I still have one more attack, so I want to slash at the big vine monster.
Yep.
We'll see if I can. I want to, but it doesn't matter if I can't hit.
Yep. It's not, and just warning you, with that shield, its AC is increased this turn. So that's what you learn, at least. Like,
Yikes.
is that while it has this like very grass-like shield completely around it, it can't really do anything much else, but its AC is a little higher than normal.
Well, that didn't work out the way I thought it would.
Yes, but now you know.
That's the end of my turn.
Okay. The dark clouds seem to be looming behind, being larging, kind of like as the darkness grows behind. The sun seems to be just slowly being choked away by the clouds. Otto, it is now your turn. What would you like to do?
You know, there's no solution like an explosive solution. I'm gonna huck another fireball.
Is this at the pod that is behind Gert, or at the vine creature with its shield up?
No, I'm gonna firebolt the pod. Not fireball, firebolt.
Okay, let's see. Can we get a hit? Yes, we got a hit. Can we roll that damage?
2d10.
And you notice kind of like that. Whoa. Was that the wild magic or the damage? Because I'm not seeing the damage yet.
That's the damage.
Okay. So, wild magic roll as well, because you used magic?
Oh, yep. Or actually, firebolt is a cantrip. It wouldn't apply.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Well, that's a very good thing, because...
It really is.
Yes, it really is. Anything else you'd like to do this turn? Because, like, you notice, like, you have it very kind of like almost at like a half crisp of the pod. Is there anything like you'd like to do for bonus action or movement?
Gonna move towards Gert around the outside of the arena.
Okay. Does that end your turn?
Yes.
Okay. And as you notice, kind of like it starts to spin me right around, the vines go before issuing out a double set of spines at everyone. And I need me another DC 17 dexterity saving roll from everybody. Oh, yeah. Okay, we got
wait.
2 crits on the roll. So now
Oh,
I'm
sorry.
gonna say,
Can I use one of my patron thingies? I have the Dark One's own luck.
Actually, you won't need to because we have a double crit on the boards.
Okay.
That Jin and Otto, how do you both make it so that these needles are just worthless and have no effect? Because both of you crit saving Gert as well as yourselves.
Just because I think it's funny, I think it starts spinning, and in response, Jin also starts spinning and starts smacking away needles.
You know what? Otto is going to take the hint, and since they're already running towards Gert, they're going to leap into the air and spinning dive into Gert to knock her out of the way.
Nicely done. Gert, it is your turn. What would you like to do?
Question: am I knocked prone because of this?
I'm gonna leave that to you because this is be a crit. So if you want to be knocked prone, go for it. This is just flavor.
Well, if I am, I'm gonna use my movement to stand up. But I'm going to cast Sacred Flame on this little copycat plant of myself. See if I can get rid of it. There's only room for one.
Oh, I think. Let me double check because I think that might actually killed it. So that was. Yeah, because that was 19, 20. Yeah, that's 20 total. Oh, so you destroy it.
Yay! I am going to turn to Otto, and I'll explain that when the plant hits you, it makes a baby version of itself as you. So, no touchy. And then that'll be the end of my turn.
Otto, do you want to respond to any of that?
Oh, Otto is suitably horrified.
Okay.
Kill it with fire. Kill everything with fire.
Yes. That was the solution for the cake.
When it stops proving functional, I'll stop using it.
I know. I'm doing that more just like this is character development. You've gotten more powerful, thus has this compared to the cake. You become that much better. Jin, it is your turn. What would you like to do?
Hi. Okay. I'm gonna keep attacking. This turn, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go reckless.
Okay. I
got
will
advantage
warn
on
you,
it. It
like
is
the
advantage
pod, like their shield is up, so it's gonna be difficult, but you can do it.
All right, so I smack into this thing. First attack. 19.
Nope, that does not hit.
Jesus. All right. Second attack. Come on.
Yes.
What the? 8. Shit. 8 plus. Do I double the fire damage too?
Go for it.
So it's another 2d2. 8 plus 3, 11 plus 18, 29 plus 2 rage damage, 31 points damage.
Yes, you destroy the shield, and is now able to do that. Well done.
All right.
And the shield gave him a +3 AC, and his AC was 17. So that's
Okay.
why you need a crit to destroy it with the shield up. Well done.
Okay, and final thing is I'm going to smack with the other end of my halberd for my bonus action.
Did you not use the fire as your bonus
The
action?
fire?
Remember to do the fire feature.
I have to do that every turn.
Yeah, just you use it as a bonus action.
Every turn. Okay.
Yeah. So do you have any movement?
Yeah, but I'm not going to move.
Okay. You see kind of like the light itself seems to disappear from the sky. It is very kind of like ominous. Like there is still like this very like almost faint light that you can see everything. Just everything has a tint of shade to it. Now, does anyone would like to make either an Arcana or a Nature roll on those clouds? We got one. Gert, you wanted to as well? All right. Jin, do you want to make a Nature or Arcana roll?
I got nothing when it comes to those.
Yes, but you might learn something, so that's up to you.
I'll opt out.
Okay. Jordan, Gert, you notice this is very familiar. Here, you actually had kind of like this reminiscent of when you'd had kind of like the mysterious monk. Like, there's just a tint. Something about this seems familiar for some reason, but you don't know why or how yet. Otto, with a 21, and knowing that Ventru was the daughter of the Blood Queen. And this is very much similar, like in magical flavor, same energy like you felt when they do. Now, as kind of like in there, there's also, because Jin and Otto might have remembered this, they might not, a saber-toothed tiger. Here.
Otto kind of slumps, turns to Jin. I think we're about to meet Venra's mom.
What? Oh, lovely.
Otto, it is your turn. What would you like to do? If it helps, you notice like their shield has been destroyed, so they can no longer do the needle thing they did before.
It's time for more fireball. More fireball.
More fireball.
Ooh.
What does it mean when you get 2 20s?
Okay. No, I actually did have something prepared for this. I have to scroll down because this gives you 2 options. One is kind of like that you get an additional, for every time you have a magical attack, you can do it twice, or something magical can be summoned.
Well, I mean, chaos. I gotta summon the thing, right? It's like a law.
No, you don't.
I gotta summon the thing.
Okay. Oh, okay. Whew. I gotta go through my notes again for the stats.
I'm assuming Tides refreshes?
Yes, it does. But just so that you're not freaked out, it's as an ally. So this is why I'm having to look for the stats here. Is that you essentially have summoned something that you get as an ally. Hey. Whew. I did not expect this to be coming. Okay. And as you summon, and roughly busting through the walls is what looks to be to you and roughly an artificial container with arms and legs as it breaks through the wall going, oh yeah! Yeah. Yeah. Gonna help my some friends! As you summon the Kool-Aid Man and as your ally. Whew. What would you like to do?
O great beverage lord, help us smite this fiendish foe.
Oh yeah! And just starts going and out there and starts whacking it with its kind of thick orange liquid hands, just whacking at it, which would be one art here, 1d20 plus 5. Oh, unfortunately that does not hit. Dang. Ooh. Okay, that's their turn. What about yours, Otto? For the firebolt, was it?
Oh, fireball. It's a DC 16 dex save.
Ooh. Okay. Thank you. Oh, crap. I've been doing the dex wrong. It is a plus 7 to this creature. My bad. Okay. They still fail. Ooh.
It's 25 damage.
Very nice. And do you care if it hits your friend smacking it?
I'm definitely going to be pulling it a little short of the target so that it doesn't hit friends.
Okay. Hey. And this is where kind of things get very interesting because it now would be doing its needle arms, which is 2 attacks. Plus 18. I think? That can't be right. No, that's the damage. Whoa. Damage 18. Ooh. I knew that couldn't be right. You can't be having 18 plus to a hit. That's crazy. Okay. First one misses and does 18 piercing damage, 11 necrotic damage to the Kool-Aid Man.
Oh no.
Oh, no indeed. Oh, crap. And it's actually... That might have been because it's 15 for its AC. Nope, that was 14. Yeah. Dang. That is not looking good for the Kool-Aid Man, but it's good for you guys. Anything more for your turn, Otto, or is that the end?
That's all I got.
Okay. Gert, it is your turn.
Well, okay. So Gert, who is very pleased to be rid of her miniature plant, Mini-Me, is going to turn to the large plant in the middle And I would like to then cast Burning Hands and pray that it actually effectively hits.
Okay, you're going to have to spend all your movement to get up to them and be in between the Kool-Aid Man and this creature to do so. Are you sure you want to do that?
Is there a way for me to get within range without being in between the Kool-Aid Man and the plant? Can I be beside the Kool-Aid Man and the plant?
Correct me if I'm wrong, but Burning Touch, you got to touch someone to do that.
Do I?
Burning Hands is a
Hands?
15-foot cone.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's a closer attack, but it's not touch.
Okay. So you should be able to get in there within 15 and be safe. Sorry, my bad.
You're good. Okay. So am I good to do that though?
Yes, but because it's
'Cause
a
I don't
cone,
wanna
this will attack the
hinder.
Kool-Aid Man too.
Oh. Well, I don't want to do that. I take that back. I'm gonna go with my Eldritch Blast. I'm gonna go ahead and still move closer. But I'm gonna go with Eldritch Blast instead.
Okay. Is that 2 or 3 at this level?
I'm just gonna do 2. You gave me the opportunity to do 3.
Yes.
But I
if
have
you
to
wanna
do a
make a
save.
If you want to do a Constitution saving throw.
So I'm gonna stick with 2 for today. Or for this round.
Okay.
Well,
The first one misses, but the second one, it hits right in one of the. Hey, like, just like that is so powerful. Where would you like that to hit on this creature? Like that 20 out of 10.
what are my options? Like just like
I'm giving you narrative control. Like you see this big like creature. Do you want to go for the eyes or something else? Do you want to go in the mouth? Because you know this is.
I want to knock the possibly non-existent breath out of it, so I want to hit it right in the middle of what would be considered a torso. This is a plant, so I'm not really sure like
It's
the
roughly
biology of that.
Think of it like just you want to go for like the center mass.
I want to see my Eldritch Blast hit it in the middle and do like the wave thing. Like
It does
in video
that.
games, like,
It
no.
does that. But it's also gonna. There's a chance that might hit the movement. Might actually hit. So let's see if that hits the Kool-Aid Man. Ooh! Is its arms straying about? It does hit the Kool-Aid Man, but it does do exactly what you want. Ooh, is there anything like you would like to do for bonus or movement? Because you're about, I said, you're 15 feet away from them, correct? So you're kind of like probably behind a broken divider line that was used earlier in the match.
Yeah, I'll sit tight where I'm at. And I do not have a bonus action for this round. So I'll go ahead and pass on combat.
Okay, Jin, it is your turn. What would you like to do?
All right. Bonus action and the fire, and then I will attack twice. So, first attack.
That is a
17?
hit.
All right, plus another D10 of fire damage. So that's 7 plus rage damage 9 plus 8, 17 points damage.
Nice.
First strike, second strike. 14, but I rolled so good. Why?
Oh, yeah, baby. Oh. Are you also caring about the Kool-Aid Man as you make strikes?
Did I see auto summon the Kool-Aid Man?
No, all you know is they came through a wall. Otto said, that guy, pointing at the vine creature, and it started attacking them. And so you have like this giant like glass container of a creature that is whacking.
I don't. What in the world? Well, I will just kind of look strangely at this new entity, and then back at Otto. Why? Why? Why is it always like this with the Otto?
It's not up to me.
Figure it out already.
It's not his fault he rolled double crits.
I guess that's the end of my turn.
Okay. And as you see kind of like a bolt of lightning crack along the sky, you hear kind of like the giant roar of a saber-toothed creature as someone enters the arena. Opera Geek, would you like to say anything, or do you just enter in?
I mean, I like to think that entering amidst roiling clouds of blackness is a fairly good entrance. I would turn on the glowy eyes, though, just for effect. So all you see is just red glowing eyes in the middle of the dark clouds.
Is there anything else you'd like to do this turn?
All you would do is hear from the middle of the clouds, I believe you have something of mine. And that's it.
Otto, it is your turn.
Otto is going to see the dark, billowing clouds with glowing red eyes rolling into the arena. Acknowledge the feel of the thing, look back at the vines, and just know. And start looking around for that sphinx that the barbed devil mentioned. See if can't hunt that down and not deal with this at all.
That sounds like you want to make a perception check to see if you notice the angry banana. Because again, that's the Sphinx. They're okay. You do notice them in the stands, they're trying to comfort the referee. Just this giant Sphinx trying to comfort this referee with a turtle mouth. Just hey, calm down. Here, have a common banana. Yeah. And has a chocolate banana on a stick, he's trying to give to the referee. Otto, did you just say something, or?
Stupid push to talk. Yeah, gonna make my way over to them.
Okay. You do see them.
Taking my time.
And nothing else?
Oh, when I get there, I've got a plan, but...
Okay, let's just say that's your movement is you get to them.
Okay. Then, yeah, I'm gonna look to the Sphinx and be like, hey, you're the Sphinx that works at the spicy banana, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Witnessed, served, and pass the divorce papers over.
What?
You have a wonderful divorce, and we'll see you later.
Okay. Congratulations, you completed the thing you needed Otto and Jim to level up. Okay, so that'll be what happens during the break then. Well done. Okay. Is there anything else you'd like to do this turn?
Nope. That'll do it for me.
Okay. And actually, because again, what happened is by the damage, you've entered the final phase of this creature. As each actual vine stuff start to crack and change. And it's just almost as if it fades away. And underneath, you see what used to be a man. And by the flames, that is dissolved away. And in there, the body is very much a robotic frame of a nightmare, a very horse, which the hooves themselves had extended into hands, now retract back into hooves. And it comes down and shouts, "You shall never have the dragon shard, Blood Queen, and I shall use it to aid the Salkan. We have planted among these the seeds of chaos and continue to do so."
And that is the vine creature they were fighting, which is now transformed, correct?
Yes, like it's roughly they had destroyed its covering,
Mm-hmm.
and what it does is roughly where lightning was hit, it starts to just like disappear in a lightning itself.
So it's trying to escape.
No,
No.
it
Okay.
is not.
All right.
And
So when is my turn?
that one I believe should be after Jin.
Okay.
It actually seems to go around. Everyone, I need to make a dexterity 15 saving throw to avoid getting hit by lightning.
Myself included or no?
I would think kind of like you have a high dex where like you don't need to.
Mm-hmm.
Don't like it.
Well, you do have that inspiration you could use for a reroll, Otto. If you don't like that, 6.
No, inspiration's precious. Lightning
Okay.
damage is common.
Yeah. Jin and Gert, I need a dexterity save. Oh, you did. Oh, everyone
I
except
failed.
the Blood Queen failed. Okay. You all take 22 lightning damage. Ooh. It gets more powerful next turn too. Dang. Well, it's a good thing you're in its final form. That's the end of its turn. Gert, what would you like to do?
Well, the fried little Gert from the electricity is a little squishy now. She is going. What is she gonna do? Wait, remind me. Is Kool-Aid Man still standing?
It's kind of looks electrified, but yes. It is barely,
Okay, never
its
mind.
glass is even cracking.
What do I want to do? Well, I would like to viciously mock this creature who just fried me with electricity.
Okay, so you want to mock the nightmare.
Yep.
Okay, and that was what stat again?
So you have to make a DC 14 Wisdom save.
Okay, I just need to know because that's just a flat D20. You actually might. Yeah, it's. Oh, they crit.
What?
Okay,
No.
okay I guess I'm moving too fast for your mockery.
Well, Gert definitely goes, "Oh, I'm so scared," and then actually gets very frightened by the monster and like screams for a second. And she goes, "Oh, I'm sorry, that didn't work."
Yeah, just like this is a mechanical horse, so think robot horse when I say nightmare.
Okay. Oh, that's funny. Very clever. She is going to use her movement to back up because she actually got freaked out by trying to mock the scariness of this creature. And then she will end her turn there.
Jin, what would you like to do?
Well, this thing is transformed again. So many transformations. I think Jin's just gonna keep doing what he's been doing. I mean, if you keep hacking at something, eventually it has to fall over, right? So, bonus action, I call the fire again to my halberd. I'm going to attack. I'm going to go reckless. So I get advantage on it. It gets advantage on me. So first attack. 24 to 24. 6 plus 2, 8 plus 7, 15 points of damage on the first attack. Second attack. At advantage. 15 doesn't hit. So that's it for my turn.
Yeah, the first one did hit. It has an AC of 18. So it's like, as it's going by, like you do slash it with a bit of flame, but it's like, as kind of like it's going around, like it's metal, flaming, robotic horse now, as it's running around.
Today. All right. Yep, that's my turn.
Okay, Blood Queen, it is your turn. What would you like to do?
So just because we're doing theater of the mind here, exactly how far away is this nightmare from me?
It's running past, like, just like I'd say about everyone by about 10 feet.
Okay. I will need it to make a DC 19 dexterity saving throw, please.
Ooh! And it only has a +2 to this. Ooh, that's not good for the nightmare. That's not good.
No, it's going to get disintegrated.
Nice. Everything about it.
So you just see, like what all you see is, if we're going to do this dramatically, is you'll see stepping out of the dark clouds this tall, pale, apparently redheaded person that looks like me, and with, she'll turn off the eyes because you don't need them when it's light outside. That's a little silly. And as she steps out, she just kind of nonchalantly raises her hand, and the green flame from disintegrate just goes over and hits it. She doesn't even look when she does it.
Ooh. With that, we have the music change. And from its ashes, there is a lone dragon shard. Very mystical and magical. And Otto is the only one that kind of like feels as though when seeing this, it is exactly like their magic. Like you see, kind of like feeling an instant connection. And the Blood Queen, right as like, I think after you've done that, a Sphinx comes by and asks you, would you care for a banana on a stick?
She just turned very slowly to look at it. Do I look like I want a banana on a stick?
Okay! And the Sphinx flies away, scared.
She now looks very annoyed.
If
she was not already.
Is there anything else you'd like to do?
Well, that is my full action. But she will turn back. She sees the dragon shard, but she will turn back and look at the party and just smile. Just smile.
Gert, who is quite amazed by this display of awe-inspiring power, is like, has this look of shock on her face, which doesn't happen very often. And she's just gonna start applauding you. Like, that was very impressive. Not sarcastically, legitimately. So, where'd you learn that?
I'm sorry, are you addressing me?
And she looks around to see if anybody else did anything impressive and goes, yeah, I'm Gert.
Mm. She looks at the outstretched hand and just looks rather disgusted by it. I think she actually would have used her movement after she disintegrated him to get over to the dragon shard
Okay.
so that she is right next to it.
Okay. Just so I want to give everyone else a chance with it, I'm going to say, like, that takes you to the end where, like, next turn you'll have to grab it.
Oh yeah, no, I know. Grabbing is not a free action.
Otto, it is your turn. What would you like to do? You notice, like, the shard radiates with the same magic you carry.
Commit vampire-assisted suicide. How big is the shard?
It looks to be a little larger than the size of a heart might be of this shard of dragon. And you, I would believe, in particular, know of its importance because your hometown that you were born in was once, at one time, was destroyed by falling dragon shards themselves, if I remember correctly. Because you came from the storm breaches, right?
Yeah. I'm gonna mage hand that dragon shard over to me.
Okay. I can't remember. Is that would be? Are you trying to do it sneakily?
No.
Okay. Is there anything else like you'd like to do this turn as you pull the dragon shard to you?
I feel like an Arcana check couldn't hurt. I
Okay.
will spend a moment studying the shard.
As it's bringing to you, you are feeling yourself almost a clarity, like the magic itself that's been within you. And it fills you with almost like this sinister thought that maybe I actually can control. I can control this wild in your hands. Maybe within your hand, controlled, that magic that seems to be so powerful, so earth-changing, that you yourself seem to be able to control it in your hands. And how at least, like, roughly what will happen as you have that, pick a number between 1 and 20 and something will happen as you have that in your hand.
Excellent.
Do you want to pick a number, or would you like to end your turn there?
Oh no, science. Science. Let's go 17.
You summon a talking dagger. Hey, how you doing? How are you doing, good folks? And I will, put into the chat the link to it. To the flying dragon that you just summoned. And in there, like, you notice kind of like the Kool-Aid man seems to just looking at everyone and then sees almost what looks like a threat and cracked moves slowly right in front of you. So you have in front of you like a glass golem pitcher and a talking dagger in front of Otto.
Behold my beverage protector.
Woo!
Oh no.
Gert, is that the end of your turn?
Yeah, that's me.
Okay, Gert, it is your turn.
I'm going to use my powers of reasonable deduction to assume that because my friend Otto took this thing, that this very frightening, very tall, very pale individual was heading towards, that they're probably going to get really mad and probably go after Otto. So I'd like to use my movement to run over to Otto, who, even if he is evil at this point, we're friends. You can't leave friends, no matter what path you choose. And she is going to hobble herself over to Otto to where she can touch Otto and cast invisibility on Otto.
Ooh. Oh, this is spicy.
She's also going to whisper, if you turn against me, I will find you.
And after that, you see the talking dagger going, hey, how you doing? How you doing, sweet cheeks?
Don't call me that.
Okay.
He like swats the dagger away.
And then, like, again, like it just kind of like flies in the arrow circle and going, okay. How about stick lady? Does that work?
Yeah, I kind of like that one.
Okay, stick
She nods
lady.
in approval.
Is there anything else you'd like to do this turn?
That will be the end of my turn. I think I've caused enough interesting.
Jin,
Turn.
it is your turn. What would you like to do?
Oh God. He's gonna get us killed.
Do you say that out loud?
Yes.
If he says that out loud, she will respond, yes, he is.
Otto. Oh, no.
I mean, you all have backup characters, right? Oh no, this is the last episode. You're fine.
I'm going to look at where Otto just was, and I'm going to look at Gert, and I'm going to say, wow, our only move is running right now. Are we paying attention to what we just fought?
It seems like a viable option. I wonder where Otto went. I'm sure he's already run away. She kind of looks around, like directly at where Otto was before, as like, if you haven't run yet, you really should.
Yeah, I think the Blood Queen now hears an audible smack as Jin face palms, just so hard, just a very loud. As he he rotates from where he was facing the Vine Monster to look at the Blood Queen. I'm just gonna hold my action.
Hold your action to do what? Like, the conditions for what would have it go off.
Hold on. I guess if she attacks Gert or Otto, I attack her. Because why not?
Okay, so if the Blood Queen attacks any of the crew, you will attack.
Yes.
Okay.
I say a silent prayer to the dragons.
And last turn, before we go to break, is the Blood Queen. So after their turn is done, we'll head to break. So, Blood Queen, what would you like to do?
Well, I'm going to use a legendary action. I'm going to need Gert to make a DC 19 wisdom save.
Yeah, I'm about to die. Okay, hold on. DC wisdom. Okay, you know what? Everybody say your prayers.
Oh man!
Are you kidding me? Okay, yeah, no, I failed that
Okay.
epically.
Oh my
Here,
god.
hold on. If you can come up with a creative way, because I feel like
But you don't know what I'm going to do yet.
Well, but also
I just want to give
that's
them. If you can come up with a creative way to wisdom save, I will let you go with another roll, because this seems like more juicy.
well,
If you got a
Would you-
I
chance.
crit
before we go to
failed
break.
that. That 5 is plus my 4. Like that
I
was
know.
that one.
I know. So if
Would
you
you-
can't,
Would you allow me to gift my inspiration to Gert?
yes. But
Done.
that's what I was expecting you to do. So that's why I was asking Gert to come up with a creative way to say, because I knew that's what you were gonna do. So, like, if you can come up,
Okay.
so how are you gonna save to avoid this nat 1?
I feel like I could discern that I probably have some retaliation coming my way, since I was the one who definitely turned auto invisible. So is it possible that I was pre-mentally preparing for what could happen? Would that work?
Yes. Like, okay, now roll again.
Okay. It better dice be nice to me, please. I need help. I'm squishy today.
Oh, and with that,
Okay,
I think we'll
hold
go
on.
to-
I would like to use my patron ability where I can add 1d10 to any kind of save.
okay. I will say that when we come back from break,
What is your patron?
we can try that, as long with you answering who your patron is, because we'll see. So when we come back from break,
Deal.
Oh, no. Oh no.
Welcome back to Fleshmaker's Folly. We're going to be seeing what happens, because it seems like Gert and their fiendish patron is about to try to do their best to save against wisdom.
Yes. So I am going to use the Dark One's luck, which allows me to roll a d10 to add on into a saving throw, which still I still fail.
But remember, you still have 3d6.
You know, the dice are just against me on this one. I'm gonna let it happen. We've come this far. Like I'm gonna call it.
Okay.
I'm giving in.
Okay. And just to remind the audience, this is my legendary action for this turn. This is not my action. I have not yet taken my action.
Oh no.
Gert, I am your best friend. You absolutely love me. You are going to do everything I want you to. Congratulations on using all of your rerolls. Now, for my action. Did Jin run closer to me, I believe?
Yes. All you have Jin, Gert, a giant glass Kool-Aid man, and a flying dagger.
Oh no, we're not going to do any of that. We're going to do this. I'm going to roll 3d6, and that many wolves are going to show up for me in a few rounds. Oh, of course, see, I have bad luck too, but still, 6 wolves are going to show up in 1d4 rounds, so...
Oh no.
2 rounds, and there's going to be 6 wolves.
Oh.
And that's my turn. But when Gert, when you have your turn, you have to ask me what you do.
Oh no.
That's diabolically terrifying.
Oh no.
Only the best for you guys. That is the end of your
Yep,
turn.
that's
correct?
the end of my turn.
Otto, it is your turn. And you, instead of rolling for wild magic, you pick a number. So you can do a spell, then do a wild magic. You control it with this dragon shard. What would you like to do, Otto?
Otto is going to sleight of hand the dragon shard into the Blood Queen's satchel.
Okay, then I need a sleight of hand.
I don't have a satchel.
Oh, so
But if I did have a satchel, I'm still going to roll perception against it.
I would think you'd also like
On-
whatever kind of like you have pockets. Like
On your
even if you
person somewhere.
had a
Yes,
dress, you'd
but
have pockets.
I'm still going to roll against it.
Yes, by all means.
I should roll.
I have a
Oof.
question.
Oh
Does my-
man.
Is my invisibility spell still present? Since I've
Yes,
had
which means he
something
gets
cast on me?
advantage
Oh,
on the
advantage.
sleight of hand.
It helps.
Yep, see? You're not the
Oh.
only one who has bad rolls. I just don't have extra things to do with them.
Did you? That was a 21?
Yep.
Man.
Otto,
Why don't I get extra free rolls?
because you are already overly powered. Okay?
Because your DC save is 19.
I have to give the players a chance too. You are
Technically,
great.
no, you don't.
This is gonna be fun.
Yes, I do. Okay, I gotta give you a chance. Okay, that's why you have a roll.
I
and a
love
chance.
that. I love that he thinks putting it in my bag is going to stop me. No.
Otto, is there
Uh,
anything else you'd like to do?
Let invisibility drop. Just standing right in front of her.
Isn't that
Okay, then.
I don't.
Gert's
Wait a
spell?
second. I don't think you can drop it because it's Gert's spell.
No, roughly what he can
So-
do is speak. Speak to
You
break
would-
it.
You
Right?
would have to if you attack or use a spell, it drops. But otherwise, I have to drop it.
I'll give myself a quick slap on the face.
Mm,
Just a,
What are you doing?
Okay,
What are you
not
doing?
a-
there's a simple. Okay, so do you want to pick a wild magic number too?
no.
You have control. Okay, and as you slap yourself, are you in front of the Kool-Aid and the flying dagger?
Next to.
Okay. Is there anything else you'd like to do this turn?
Hold my hands outstretched to show that I'm not holding anything or making any gestures.
Okay, so your hands are in the surrender motion.
Michael, can you please give me Gert's sheet?
1 second, please.
Oh no! Oh no! No!
Okay. Does that work for you, or? Because if not, like, I can do whatever you want to do, I can do on the sheet as well for you if that does not work. You're still muted?
I was just looking for Gert's spells. I don't see actually the sheet here in Roll20.
I can read that off.
No, don't read it off. Don't ruin it for the chat. What she has, you could just whisper it to me or screenshot it into Discord. I mean, it's a warlock. What is she going to do? Eldritch Blast?
Yes.
Here.
Okay, so I will do that as it turns on Gert's turn.
Mm-hmm. Gert,
So
would you care to
do
tell
I-
me, at least in the chat whisper, please tell me what your max spell slot is and what your spells are, if you can.
Yeah, give me just a sec.
I just don't want to ruin it for chat. That's not fair. It's more fun to surprise people when you do random spells. Mm-hmm. 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 Okay. All right. So we are going to do. I'm going to have Gert turn around and cast Burning Hands, of course, at the max level because Warlock. In a cone that hits Otto and the Kool-Aid Man
And the flying dagger.
and the Flying Dagger.
And Jin, I believe, would also be within that cone, too.
What? Because I'm next to the Blood Queen.
Oh, okay, I thought you were next to... Okay, so you're next to the Blood Queen, readied.
Yes.
So... Dang. Are you able to survive against that? Because Flying Dagger is destroyed. And I think, yeah. Kool-Aid Man and does not going to be able to. I don't think so, but I will try. That looks like that is a fail. Yep, that is a fail. So,
I have to burn tides into this.
yes, you do. And there's something special that happens to everyone now. as the glass of the Kool-Aid Man is broken and destroyed by that heat. I need everyone to make either acrobatics or dexterity save. So acrobatic check or dexterity save to avoid getting flooded by the red Kool-Aid.
Oh, I have to. Dex save?
Yes, I'm also giving you the option of like acrobatics. Can you come up with any other way that can try to prevent you? So, everyone but the Blood Queen is knocked down. They are prone, soaking in red Kool-Aid and very sugary to the touch. And it is trying to, and it feels very oozy as it tries to have some form. But it is just like this very Kool-Aid ooze that's around all of you. What would you like to do?
That was 20 damage from that burning hands.
Yep.
That's auto down.
Okay, not only are you down, you are sticky. So, Gert, is there anything else like you'd like to do your turn, or is that the end?
Oh, I think that all Gert will do is use half their movement to stand up.
Gert hobbles up, smiling at the havoc she
You
has
may
created.
now, I believe. Let me just double check. Okay. No, actually, no, you can't. I thought you could make the save again, but you can't.
Why would she? Your best friend. Why would you need to
Yeah.
your best friend?
Well, no, I was going to I was telling Jordan that I thought they could make the wisdom save again, but unfortunately, no, I misread the spell.
Okay. Gert, as bonus action, is there anything else you'd like to do? Because you are very soaky, or is that the end of your turn?
I believe that I stand up, and then I believe it's the end of my turn, unless there was a different request.
Jin, it is your turn.
How fun. So I'll spend half my movement to get up. And can I tell that the Blood Queen's put the whammy on Gert?
Well, that sounds like you either want to make an Arcana or...
I mean,
yeah, I'll do an Insight or
just
Arcana.
burn auto.
Like, again, you also know it's always a good day to blame Otto. So that could just have been Gert blaming Otto for this and knocking him out for his own good. So that's why, like, it's either Insight or an Arcana.
Knock them out with fire.
Well, Otto is down.
I'm gonna use
He's not going to
my-
threaten to get you or Gert killed.
I'm
So
gonna use my inspiration for this because I feel like my rolls are not good today. Oh my god!
whoa! At 8, you do also have 3d6, I believe.
Hmm?
So
I just what's the point? what is the point?
okay,
My rolls are just so bad. It's crazy.
so as far as you can
And
tell,
have you met me or actually seen me ever play D&D? Because I am the queen of natural ones. The first roll I ever rolled on the Wizards of the Coast channel was a natural 1. You're fine. Trust
so
me.
crazy.
You have the 3d6 to use, and the only thing you did was use your bonus action for the insight, so you still have your main action and your movement.
Okay, so I don't know that Gert has the whammy on her, but I do know Otto's down. I don't think the Blood Queen's particularly friendly.
Well, the thing is, she might have been, but you didn't give her a chance. Well, Otto didn't give her a chance.
Jenna didn't have a chance.
Hey, you can use words. You can talk. Talking is a free action.
Talking is a free action.
Yes, along with crying, which is also a free action.
Okay. Gert, what the hell are you doing?
Listen, I'm just saying, you can't go against my best friend like that.
Best friend? You just met her.
We go way back.
So baffled. Best friend, huh? I'm gonna... I guess if I don't know that Gert has the whammy on her, I'm gonna move away from the Blood Queen and make my way to Otto, seeing as he's just been recently down, so I'll use my action to dash over.
And, again, you do know Otto has some potions on them, so you could just shove one in him.
That take an action.
Yes.
So that's the end of my turn.
Okay, so are you using the potion and that Otto has on him?
I use my action to dash because I spent half movement for the getting up, and then I'm assuming it took a dash to get over there.
Yeah, that's your movement.
No, it's action.
No,
to
that-
dash. Yeah, to double.
That's my action.
That dash is to double your... Okay, sorry. I was thinking you just moved 15 rather than double. Okay, my bad. Okay. That leaves with the Blood Queen.
My wolves aren't here yet. So I kind of want to do something just to freak them out.
Feel free.
What does this arena look like?
It is very destroyed. The large battle took place. Much of it is destroyed. There's still one or two people in the audience, but these are just people that refuse to leave. They think, yeah, this is not. There's worse years. Come on, don't you remember when you'd had this giant vine versus the giant fire? It's fine.
Is there any walls or anything like that?
Yes.
Or is it pretty much destroyed?
Yeah, it's just partially destroyed. If you want a good example, think right after a Dragon Ball Z fight. The arena's still there, the Coliseum or Yu Yu Hakusho. There's good parts of the arena there. It's just it's had better days.
All right, so I don't think that's actually going to work then. However, because that was my plan, now I'm going to have to do something else. Oh dear. I mean, I have to do something, right?
No, that's up to you.
I have to do something, of
You
course.
have a lot of choices there.
I know. It was a hypothetical. Jin. I have to see here what the save is on this. Jin, could you please give me a wisdom saving throw?
Oh, wow, this is... Oh, no. I would have to roll astronomically to succeed.
You do have the 3d6. You have the option.
Please
of
continue
3.
using all of your dice pools.
You know what? Here, I got 3d6. Use one of them. Roll free. So you got 1d6 for me, and you got 3 in your pool.
Yeah,
one for free. You got 1 free d6. Feel free.
What's the... I feel like it's not even...
You'd have to use 3 to get anything done.
And I'm giving you 1 free one. So, you can use 2 in the pool, and I'm giving you 1. You still have 1 left over if you use 3 d6. So you have the option. I'm giving you one of mine.
I'll roll 1. And if it's not good, I just won't roll anymore. 10. 10 total. Save DC's 19. I would need to roll...
You have 3 d6s.
Sure, why not? It's the finale. I'll spend... I'll try to spend 2 more.
Okay.
It's 18.
18! Is that enough? Is 18 enough?
You know what?
No, it is not! And the cast only has 1d6 left.
You know what? Makes sense. Makes sense. I'll just quit.
You suddenly feel a bit odd. And as you are running towards your friend Otto, it seems that the ground is coming much closer to you than you remember. And you don't feel right. You look down and notice that you're only about an inch off the ground now, and you can't figure out why. But everyone else would see that you are now a hamster. Which would have the same hit points as a rat in the compendium.
Or a hedgehog.
Or a hedgehog.
Well,
you're polymorphed. I didn't actually hurt you. You're just polymorphed.
I'm just, having a good time over here, guys.
Is that the end of your turn?
Absolutely.
Okay. Blood Queen. I believe it's your turn then after Jin? Or did you just do your turn?
That was my turn.
Oh, okay. My bad. Thank you. Otto, I need a death saving throw, I believe.
Yeah, that's the first one.
And as kind of like you are hearing like the howls of wolves. So I believe that's been 2 full rounds, hasn't it? And
they'd be coming in right about now, yes.
Yes.
And I control them, so they won't attack unless I tell them to.
So we have small wet ooze on the ground as these 4 wolves, I believe?
Six wolves.
Thank you. 6 wolves enter in. And just for comical effect, I think one of them is just in the stands chewing on some meat someone had dropped on the way. While the rest of them...
I mean, yeah, it's a dog. Yeah.
Well, yeah. While the rest of them just come...
And you see the Blood Queen go, "Don't eat that! Take that out of your mouth!" Which is my daily litany with my dog.
Yeah. He spits it out before running, right up to you and just, has the kind of, sad face.
Okay, so... I'm going to be slightly magnanimous. I'm going to allow Gert to roll a DC save. Wisdom.
And because I got so many D6, you have one. Have an extra D6 to that.
Okay. Okay, here we go. Let's see. Everybody, say your prayers.
Add a d6.
Okay. Whew, finding the right window. And then this.
Okay,
Is 20 good enough?
Oh,
you beat it by 1.
oh, thank you. Is it my turn?
Yes, it is your turn. That's what the wisdom
Do
sleep
I
is for.
know? Do I know that I've been mentally messed with?
The DM would have to make that call. It is not
Okay.
explicitly stated.
I say like that's more on the character because like this feels like everything so far feels like a Gert thing. I'm just you're suddenly my friend now. Like so far,
Yeah.
like that's why like it's just like it feels like the Blood Queen just acted on what you innately have. So like you probably would say, wait a second, I don't really know them. What? Where do I know them from? Why do I think they're my best friend? But other than that, like you question why you think it, but it's pretty normal. Yeah, I got lots of friends.
She feels like it's a little suspicious that she definitely casted Burning Hands on one of the people she would consider to be her best friend. So slightly concerned, but also you're right. It totally is in with her character to just decide to be best friends with somebody.
Yeah, and Autumn would
so-
also be someone like that would get a slap to the face. So this.
So she'll like have this moment of like, did I? Yeah, no problem. And she'll just kind of move on. And she is going to go over to Otto, and can I cast do a medicine check and like give Otto advantage on a save?
He has potions on him that you could, and you also have potions. Like there are potions. You could just give him potions.
Yeah.
They're just demony.
I would like to give Otto one of my potions. I forgot I had those potions. Yes.
Potion.
Now, is this the regular D4 health ones, or is it the special cotton candy one?
It's the cotton candy one. I did just fry my best friend. So I'm not just gonna give the generic brand. Like,
Thank you.
give the good stuff.
I mean, okay. Hey, Otto, I need you to roll me a D6.
Oh.
Like, again, and you also give me a D10 for health.
Ooh.
Okay, so you gain 7, and 2d12 eyes appear on your body, Otto. It's just 12. Just 12, I believe, right? Or did I say 2?
You said 2d12.
Yeah, 2d. Okay, so 18 eyes appear on you, and you can choose how.
Well, this is as normal as anything. All right. Thank you, Gert. Thank you.
You're welcome. Gert's gonna stand up and like dust herself off and go, I think we started off on the wrong foot. Can we rewind for a second?
That was my bad. I saw the shiny thing. I had to touch the shiny thing, and sometimes you catch fire after that. And I knew that risk.
So at this point, she's got the wolves circling around her, and she's just like scratching their ears as they circle around her and snarl at you. I think you made a very grave error.
What, you've never seen a thing and had it just resonate and you just had to fucking touch it?
Yes, but I wasn't so stupid as to get myself killed immediately afterwards.
Well, bully for you.
Pick your battles. This is not one you can win.
If I were trying to win it, it wouldn't be in your pocket.
Gert, is there anything more like you'd like to do your turn?
Please
we continue?
antagonize her more.
Oh no. Oh no. Gart is going to wait. Does like drinking potions count as a bonus action?
Yeah.
I've already used
That's a house rule.
What do
I'm gonna go
Okay.
with like, hey, you wanted to do that. It's special potion. Like it was special potion. You sacrificed that, so use a bonus action as well. Like if you had gone with the normal ones, I'd say like it would cost a bonus action, but you're willing to spend your special one. So I'll say you get to keep it for this because you sacrificed something of value for Otto.
Okay. So sorry. I guess my question is what do I have left? Like, is it my action or my bonus action?
You still have your action, your bonus action, and movement. Because you sacrificed your special drink, that would have cost a normal bonus action, but because you chose your special one, had this mutation, that's what you sacrificed, something powerful, and would have done something different and much more to you.
Perfect. I am simply going to ready an action, and I am going to ready my Eldritch Blast, except I'm going to ready just the 2 Eldritch Blasts. And that is in the event. Does it have to be specific to one individual, or can I say if any of the wolves attack?
Yeah, if anyone
then I'm
attacks
gonna
the
cast it on the
crew.
wolf. Yeah.
Okay.
Then I'm going to cast it on the wolf. But like an actual, like, I'm going to damage you attack, not just I'm altering your physical appearance or your mental state, like that kind of thing.
Yeah, you just got your finger guns ready.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay.
And then I'll end my turn there.
Okay. It is Jin's turn as hamster, I believe. I'm not sure exactly what you can do, or
He can make a wisdom saving throw.
Ooh, I can.
Yes, you can.
Can I?
And I will give you a D6 of
Polymorph.
my pull. Like,
I'm not going to use any more extras.
no, I'm giving you one from my pull. So you got a chance. You got a free D6.
It's
Give
not
a
worth
chance.
it.
Come on. I'm giving you. Come on. I tried.
You know what?
Okay. So I'm guessing as a hamster, you look cute for your turn? Or is there anything else you'd like to do as a...
I'm looking for some fruit.
Let's, for comedic value, like roughly as you came down, there's probably some fruit from your pouch that fell on the ground that's right in front of you, so you can just nibble on that if you want.
Yep, just nibbling fruit.
Okay, so is that the end of your turn?
That's the end of my turn.
Okay, Blood Queen.
What is he nibbling on?
A piece of fruit that was in his pouch that as you polymorphed, it just fell out. So.
Okay. She is going to drop polymorph so that he's sitting on his ass eating fruit in the middle of the arena. Kind of looking silly. Yeah. Now, a small, frizzy person. It seems to me that you might have the best ability to actually hold a conversation without, getting yourselves further killed.
talking to Gert.
To be fair, you've described all three of them.
Gert just kind of.
Well, but she's a gnome, so she's the tiniest.
Yeah, so Gert like looks at you for a second, like to make sure you're talking to her, and then she kind of gets real confident and like stands up a little straighter. She goes, I do have that effect. Let's discuss. So
I think that you should maybe tell your friend to not antagonize me further.
Otto. And she turns with her hands on her hips. This is the one time I will tell you, let me handle this.
You do your business. Immortal beings. You'd think with all the time in the universe they would be more patient.
I'm sorry,
She's
did
just
you,
like
did you say
shutting
something?
Do your business. Do your business.
He's a little incapacitated from being fried. So just ignore him. That's what we do. And she like looks at Otto very quickly to make sure Otto's not offended. And like turns back and goes, he's not gonna be a problem anymore.
Oh. Was he a problem in the first place?
No. I just meant that he talks a lot and we just ignore him. So you mentioned we had something that was yours.
Well, I've got it now.
Oh. So we're good?
Yes, because he took it. And then he thought that giving it back was going to help him.
So what helps? What else are you in need of assistance with? We could give you a ride. Do you need a ride? And she like gestures back where like they came from and then realizes her ride is left, but still is like.
Out of character, you knew like the last time you saw Snickle Socks, they were doing paperwork for all of you.
Actually, you know what? Hi, I'm actually a reporter. And Gert walks up and she goes, and I would love to do a spotlight on you for the front of our paper. And she pulls out her notepad and pencil, like, casually.
Gert.
She's just looking at
What?
Let's not.
What? I'm just trying to help. She turns around to Jen.
You two. No. You see what helping gets you. Helping yourself.
Hey, anything to get ahead.
I trust that you've now learned about picking fights you can't win.
Yeah. We learned that one the hard way, definitely.
Oh,
I must
no,
admit.
you learned it the easy way. The hard way
And she like
ended up like that, and she just looks over at the pile of ashes that's sitting on the side of the arena.
and Gert looks and goes, "You've got a point,"
Mhm.
and nods. So are we good here? We'll just go our separate ways.
Oh, do you think you're getting away without owing me something?
I mean,
You irritated me, and yet you're still alive, which means you owe me something.
What what do we owe you? And she like starts feeling in her pockets for like her change.
There are more of these things that belong to me. You're going to help me find them all.
And she gets this look of like, but wait a minute. You know, how many?
Enough. Let's start with at least 2.
2? And she looks back at Otto and Jen for like, are y'all really want to do this?
Well, you do, of course, always have a choice. I wouldn't like anybody to think I didn't give them free will. There's always a choice.
I feel like my options here are get the shards or die. And Gert looks with like little squinty eyes. And I'm
But
too
it is a
young to
choice.
die.
Yes,
Well,
I can tell you're quite young.
yeah, my youth precedes me. And she
Mm.
like tosses her gray hair. And she looks at her and she goes, we'll do it. But we've got to go take care of something real fast. So.
Oh, I'm
We'll
sorry. Am I
reconvene.
keeping you from other matters?
Well, I mean, I got a fried friend over here. And one who used to be a hamster. I think we gotta do some recouping. But we'll get them to meet back here next week or tomorrow, maybe.
She's taking a very deep breath. You can tell she's trying very hard to keep her patience. And she's got her hands on 2 of the wolves, if you've ever seen the end of Ghostbusters, rather like that. And she's just idly scratching the top of their heads. I hope you realize that this is very serious.
Yes. And Gertz nods. Very serious. Life or death.
This is your
Frightening.
opportunity to turn me from an enemy, and she turns and looks at Otto, into someone who won't kill you.
And Gert leans forward and she goes, would that be considered a friend? Because
No.
I feel like we could connect on some levels here.
No.
For friendships. No, okay.
Absolutely not.
No.
I do not
okay.
have friends.
Well, I thought that we had a moment there. When I like fried Otto.
I don't.
You are reminded of what the daughter had said about the Blood Queen. About how, like, not one to be really wanting to do stuff against.
Well, we'll get this done, and then maybe we can go out for sandwiches after, like as a group, but not friends, like
Sure.
casual acquaintances.
I do not eat sandwiches.
They're really
I'm
good,
sure you
but
could bring me something for lunch.
Mm-hmm.
But for now, the shards are being held by members of the Cult of the Dragon. You will find them for me.
That sounds quaint.
Lovely.
Cult of the Dragon.
Jin, you would know in particular that is referring to, in particular, the Cult of the Dragon below. Someone that's a group that is a cult that is against actually your home island in particular.
Well, look at that. It all comes full circle. I wasn't fond of them
sorry?
before.
He speaks? As opposed to
Yeah.
squeaking, I mean.
Funny.
And Gert snickers.
Funny. I've had encounters with this cult before. Let's just say that me and them don't exactly see eye to eye already.
Well, that's helpful. I'd say I'll give you a month. Bring me at least two.
Okay. A month sounds good. We meeting back at the same place for snacks and hors d'oeuvres and like grape juice. I don't know. Maybe throw a little.
You don't have
party
to
of like,
worry.
"Oh,
I'll
we did
find
it."
you.
That's slightly concerning. But okay. Looks like we're done here. All right, Jen, Otto, let's head out. Eric turns around and starts walking.
And, Sorcerer. Next time, I suggest thinking about your actions first. This could have gone very differently for you.
You're not the first person to tell me that.
But I am the first
And-
person that will absolutely follow through on it.
Might be surprised. And Otto turns around and walks away.
Jin watches them walk away for a second, and he's not quite sure what to say when he looks at the Blood Queen. He puts his halberd away, and he gives a polite bow. I have nothing to say for those two except I apologize.
So you're the brains of the group. I should have spoken to you then.
They're always like that. It's, wow, it's a lot. Thank you for not killing us.
You're welcome. Don't make me
Very
regret it.
Very hard for me to say that, but thank you nonetheless.
And she is now bored. So she is going to, I would assume, be able to just have the mist come up around her, and she is going to not be there anymore.
Yes, it's almost as if, like, as you disappear, the actual clouds themselves seem to disappear, and the wolves themselves just start running that direction and away.
One of them stops to eat a banana. But not with chocolate, because it's bad for dogs.
Oh man. Oh man. You know, as soon as she's gone, Jin has the whole, like, the full body, collapse after you've had a long day. Where it's just like, just kind of takes a moment to just catch his breath and have a moment of peace. just stillness by himself. Oh my god. All right. And eventually follows the other two.
As Gert and Otto are walking away, Gert looks over at Otto and goes, yeah, sorry about the fire. I don't know what came over me. It just felt like the right thing to do in the moment.
I was going to say the same thing about the crystal. Things happen. It's fine. You're not the first person to kill me with fire.
Maybe Jen's right. Maybe we should really think before we do things.
I'm starting to really get that impression. That fire in town was my fault.
I still don't understand why you set the whole town on fire. It didn't make for a great front page, though.
Right? And once it started, that was the thinking. That's going to make a great headline, but
maybe we should go take a month leave from work.
Hey, and go maybe find some dragon shards. Learn about ourselves a little bit. Yeah, not die in the hands of the dragon, the Blood Queen.
Ooh,
sounds great.
maybe I can meet a new pool for my dating column.
Hey.
Cult members can be all the rage sometimes. There's a market.
Very passionate people.
Yeah. Dedicated, loyal, little bit unpredictable.
Yeah,
but very by the book. Yeah.
Like that's a good relationship if I've ever heard one.
Also, I I really did. Wouldn't you agree? Me and the Blood Queen, we had like a friendship thing going.
Oh, you get on like a house on fire. Look at you, girl. Who couldn't be your friend?
I know. Look at me. And she like strikes a pose, like, with like not burns, but like soot like all over her from casting so many fire spells, and very dirty. And then she like takes a pause and she goes, maybe we should wait for Jin. Like,
oh, yeah, he's gonna need a minute. He was a hamster for like a good 30-40 seconds. That's not a comfortable time.
It was a look.
It was good on him, but like that's not.
Yeah.
That'll get in your head.
Yeah. I mean, I can't say I've ever turned a hamster before, but, it gets a little crazy.
On
Turned
that,
parents into bugs one time.
I'm guessing kind of like as like you're saying that, Snicklesocks drives up in their metal carriage, flames from the fire elemental just behind them as they come to like a full swerving stop in front of you and going, hey, did it go out real well?
Hey,
Like
sucks.
you might notice kind of like in the trunk, there's like two like cult member like boots sticking out of the trunk.
What you got there?
Research. How's Jin? Is he good? Like, I'm guessing normal tournament.
Yeah. Real normal. What you would expect.
Casual, really.
People fighting, very, very run of the mill. Not important at all. So listen, Snicklesocks.
Celebrity appearances.
It was an interesting
Lots of
day.
pyrotechnics.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're gonna go on a sabbatical for a month.
Are you sure? Like, and just like, you
no.
see the strangest thing ever with Snicklesocks has a bag of gold. You sure? Because I know I made a lot of money on Jin. So...
Oh, Socks, don't worry about it. You coming with. It's fine.
Okay, though, we probably should, like, before I focus on this research, maybe we stop back by the press and submit our stories, so that way if we can do work and a sabbatical. Think about that. Paid while vacation.
I don't think you comprehend the concept of a sabbatical.
Well...
And Gert whacks Otto. Like, shh.
Yeah, because as you can tell, like Snicklesocks is thinking of a way for you to get paid and be on vacation. And on that bit, I'm guessing like Jin probably like just strolls up so that everyone's nearby.
We got the whole gang back together, and Gert like hops up on the little carriage and like scoots in.
I have nothing to say. Jin just gets in the carriage.
And then like Snicklesocks turns around and pulls out a small tiny bag and just, Jin, yours portion.
Jin takes it. Doesn't say anything, just takes it and nods.
So, back to the paper, or would you guys like to make a stop at somewhere? Here. I feel like we probably could go for like some shawarma or some alcoholic drinks.
I feel like we should turn in our work and then get us some slushies.
I would like to see about all of these third-degree burns. But then, yes, that sounds fantastic.
Oh, I know a place that does both. And they just I'm guessing with that they kind of like just drive off. And unless kind of like you guys want to have some conversation along the ride back to the newspaper, okay, then we will skip right to you guys are back in town, and I would like anyone that would be interested to make a perception check with Gert with advantage. Gert, you get 2. You roll with advantage on this perception check.
Oh,
Perfect. Sorry.
perception. I'll see if I can.
Okay. Now, both Jin and Gert, like they notice, like it seems very nice. There's actually the town itself looks so much better than it actually was. It looks almost as if the fire itself was a good thing. Dang. That's as far as like you guys notice. Like everything seems to have like a pink sheen to any of these like newly reconstructed buildings for some weird reason. Wow, isn't that so neat? Even has this like almost like neon flow to the buildings. But Otto, you crit. And you notice like that's a part of it. But you actually start to notice the actual intricate details of the buildings have this pinkish tentacle build to it. It's of this very cotton candy texture.
Oh, Gert, it looks like your boss is doing really well now.
What? What do you mean?
The buildings, all the buildings, they got the fluffy tentacle.
Oh, really? They just look pink to me.
It's pretty
know-
fine in there.
They do have that effect.
Clever.
Why would they be rebuilding the city though? And like Gert sits there and like squints her eyes and thinks, and finally just gives up because she never really understands what her patron's doing.
Actually, if you want to make a religion or arcana roll, I will give you an answer.
I actually will make a religion roll. I say that. I'm probably terrible at religion. Oh, I'm not. Okay.
You know to know for certain that they're building upon things. Seeing kind of like the potential in this place that happened out of the destruction is a potential that you yourself, like the patron saw potential in you. Maybe they're seeing potential in the city that's around you. And as kind of like you guys are getting to this, the actual newspaper, like everything looks fine. But Otto, you notice the guards in particular, some of them have kind of like half of their arm from the elbow. It seems to be missing, and there is roughly the rest is made out of tentacles turning into a shape of a hand. Almost like a symbiotic weapon.
Lean over to Gert. So, they've rearmed the guards.
Gert looks. Can I see this?
Well, again, like you've noticed, like yeah, they look pinkish. Like a lot of their heart looks like they got like pink gloves on. Like again, like
Right.
you're above average, but like to know the intricacies of this would have been needing a high at least of an 18 or a 19 and auto critted.
Okay. Okay. Gert looks at Otto and goes, "Yeah, I definitely like the new color scheme for sure. Those gloves, I want them." And she starts looking around for like whose gloves she can steal.
And as kind of like you arrive, you notice BB in what looks like almost a pink tuxedo looking suit. And it's without their traditional cigar. It's going, "Hey, how you doing? How you doing?"
I would be better with my dating column. And Gert gets out.
Here's the thing. I think you're thinking too small here. Like, let's just say more of like an, because I feel like so far all of you bring in great stories. Let's have a case where you have an opinion piece, so that way it's not just dating.
So I get my dating column and an opinion piece.
Well, no. It's more of an opinion piece that can be whatever you want. So you can turn it into a dating column or something else. Like,
So I get my dating column. And she nods.
you're thinking too small. Like, this is a whole section where you get to put your whole opinion out.
I get a dating column, and raises her arms and runs inside to turn in all of the work she's been doing that she's not supposed to be doing because she doesn't work a dating column, but she's been working a dating column, and goes and turns in all of her dating column pieces.
Snickle Socks is looking very weird. You aren't yelling at me? Sure! Why would I yell? Now, it's such good reporters. And you see Snickle Socks have just a look of terror. Otto, Jin, is there anything you'd like to react on any of that?
I step out, look at the boss. I quit.
What?
I quit.
Snickle Socks is going like, I think Jin might be right.
I'm it's been a ride. Done this for a few years. Feel like I've put in a good amount of time. I think I'm ready to just retire and be a tinkerer from now on.
Hey, how about you and me? We celebrate. Otto, you want to go help Gert or join with celebration here with quitting?
Otto kind of limps gingerly out of the carriage, looks at BB, and is like, "Boss, Damon's always looked good on you. I'm with Jin. I'm gonna have to quit. I've only got so much blood, and I don't know where a lot of it went today, but I don't have it anymore, and that seems bad. So I'm gonna go do other things for a while."
Yeah, let's do other things. Besides, I got research for my book. And I'm going to say, like, right about then, that's kind of like how we leave. It's like Snicksock taking Jin and Otto off for just a finishing drink to hopefully heal up and everything. While Gert seems to be lost in their dating column that they seem to succeed at. With that,
This
like,
has been my dream. It has come to fruition.
With that, do you guys want to have just like the last 15 minutes to be the epilogue, or would you like to come back next week and just for a short session have a little epilogue episode?
I'm cool with doing it now.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, I think we can bust out 15.
Okay.
Yeah.
So let's see. Let's start with Gert, because that sounds like they actually got everything they wanted. how do things wrap up here?
So for Gert, she definitely dives face first into the dating column, which she then like slowly she goes ahead and she puts in for her time off to go. She does actually get goes to get the little crystals for the Blood Queen. And as like her dating column, she works on her dating column during this time, it kind of ends up morphing into less of a dating column and more of the stories about the people that she meets along the way. And she doesn't ever find love because she finds love in meeting new people. She ends up realizing that her infatuation with dating was solely just the interesting factors of like meeting different people from different places with different experiences. She didn't fall in love with the people, she fell in love with their stories and why they were who they were. And so as that kind of morphs, I'm not sure. I mean, it depends on if her friends help her get the gems, but she definitely does meet back up with the Blood Queen if they do. And if so, that's where Gert ends up.
Okay. So, as kind of like you're getting drinks and all of that for Jin and Otto, like, you get Snickle says, like, with a drink, I'm Spider-Man. I'm Pied-Man. I'm sorry. I can't.
So what is it, like some kind of stress release from all of BB's abuse, or what?
No, I was roughly just taking advantage of like roughly it was an easy gig. The only work was roughly him yelling at me and me dealing with it. That's literally only work I actually did was letting him yell at me.
Oh man.
Yeah, I got like one of the Cult of the Dragon Below. Like I got him knocked out and figured I'd research him to get more information on them. Maybe these fabled dragon shards.
Oh, see, I knew, Kismet. You're coming on sabbatical with us to go find dragon shards for the Blood Queen. It'll be great.
Okay. Though just warning, like if I shoot out lasers of web, don't be surprised by that. That's why I'm Pied-Man.
Otto looks him dead in the eyes and says, same, but without the Pied-Man part.
What?
He pulls out like a little flute.
Oh, I don't have a thing. Magic is just weird. But good flute.
So, how is it the rest of you guys go for your Otto and Jin's epilogue then?
What?
How do things wrap up after? It's like that's the big like revelation after the credits scene is you find out Pied-Man, like Snickles Knox was Pied-Man the whole time.
Otto is gonna do due diligence by Gerton and seek shards for the Blood Queen, but after that, it's probably just going to be back to causing chaos for the dragon-marked houses. It's easier working for a newspaper, but that torch got passed at the tournament, so Otto can focus full time on making mischief.
Jin?
Nice. Well, after Jin quits the paper, he for sure helps find these dragon shards as they got him into this mess. Now he wants to get out of it. So he for sure does that. And after that's done, Gert and Otto probably don't see Jin for like years. Like years. He goes home, becomes he's a tinkerer, has his own little tinkering shop. Only comes to visit sometimes. Just a full we need a bit of separation.
And just you had a particular dragon that you had admired, right?
Mm-hmm.
What was their name again, please?
Guilford the Green.
Okay, like one day, like Guilford the Green does, and what he does is like he has a bit of tools like you've never seen them have on them behind, like says to you, I think I can give unto you the tools I did from so long ago. I was known by another name back then, mostly known as the Fleshmaker. I've had
Oh,
many a tools go wrong. I think you can correct my own folly. It hands you a full set of tools. Some of them seem to be not only just regular tinkering,
oh,
but to craft things beyond your imagination.
wow. Thank you. This is wonderful.
And so at least the Blood Queen gets a final scene. And before we wrap up, what would be like their epilogue scene that occurs?
I don't know if she'd really have one other than she would go home. I imagine she has a very nice, fancy room that she's going to be storing all these shards in. So she will put the one that she now has away. And just because I heard that my daughter might have been a little tampered with, I'm going to send her to her room. And she's not allowed to come out until she's evil again.
So you go out to try to capture your daughter so that you can make them evil again?
Yes, all I have to do is shake a bag of treats.
Oh, I love that.
Amazing.
And I know she's in chat. That's why I'm doing
We love you, Insane Kitty.
this. So I would, she would definitely find her daughter, and then I don't know. I mean, she's assigned them, and she would probably check in occasionally to make sure that they are doing what she said.
Nice.
I
That
mean, she has
sounds-
scrying, so and they're not going to save against that DC.
No.
Well, you never know. Maybe there's
No.
some special.
Oh, not without extra D6s being thrown at them.
Well, there's a kind of fruit that might help them out. Okay, that sounds like a good way for us to like wrap up, and maybe just like as the credits are going, like you see kind of like Theseus with like a sign of just like they need some help, like just kind of like barely standing as our end credits scene of just like help, I need some help. It sounds like a good way to wrap up. And so thank you, Fundamental RPG and coffeegrinding.co, which you can get with your 15% discount on checkout with the code RAVVYN. And both great stuff. So as we go around, what was your favorite moment and where can we find you? Starting with our special guest that was so gracious to stop by.
My favorite moment was the fact that I had Finger of Death, and if Otto kept going, he was going to get it. That was my favorite moment that didn't occur, but it could have. But no, I've actually, I've had Disintegrate on a few characters in their spell list, and I've never actually gotten to use it. So I'm pretty happy that I finally got to use Disintegrate. That's all.
Nice. And as we go to potentially friend of the Blood Queen, maybe not Gert.
Woo! yeah. So first and foremost, it was absolutely thrilling to play with our beautifully benevolent Blood Queen. It was great playing with you. Your character was spectacular. I think my favorite moment is kind of spans over the entire campaign. It's the friend dynamic of Otto, Jin, and Gert. And just that, like, poor Jin, like, one of my favorite characters, but also, like, God bless you. Like, good Lord. And then the fact that I can fry my best friend Otto, and he literally is like, I deserved it. Like, it was great. I am Jordan, aka. Are we doing our outros now or later? Okay.
I just forgot. It's okay.
Yeah, what's your favorite moment? And like simple case of like that, but you're good. Like you haven't said where we can find you. Like I'm guessing we can find the Opera Geek on Twitter about the Opera Geek, for example.
I am on Twitter as the Opera Geek. You can find me as the Opera Geek pretty much everywhere fine beverages are sold, except YouTube, where somebody else got it first, and I'm still really mad about it. That's pretty much it. All of my links are on my Twitter, all the socials, Patreon, Twitch channel. I'm actually going to be streaming some Animal Crossing on my Twitch tonight around 7:30. And hopefully finishing Hellblade tomorrow and not getting super, super angry at boss fights that take 45 minutes to an hour. Because I'm not.
I am Jordan, aka Sassy Sander. You can find me everywhere. I can't speak today. Everywhere under Sassy with Sander. I do music covers on YouTube. I dabble in the TTRPG universe, and then I also sew cosplay, and I'm about to start selling cosplay cloaks. So follow me on Twitter for all of my casual shenanigans. Yeah.
And next, after that, Otto, the obvious. Favorite moment and where can we find you?
Well, first, thank you, Opera Geek, for joining us. That was a delight. My favorite part was genuinely getting toasted. It's always a delight when a Eye of the Storm character gets what's coming to them. And it's even better when they occasionally survive. I'm Eshi. You probably won't find me anywhere after this, but if you look around, you might. I do voices. I paint miniatures, occasionally on commission. That's it.
And with that great of Jin, what was your favorite moment and where can we find you?
My favorite moment is I think my favorite moment is the Blood Queen and Gert talking, and just the slowly just ever rising dread Jin felt as the conversation went on and on, and the like small slights just kept piling up. Is pretty pitch perfect. Second place would definitely be Jin realizing he has to quit and get out of this business while he still can. It was, I think all of our character arcs came around in a circle, and that was Jin's completion. A little sad he didn't die, though. Not gonna lie. A little sad about that.
I mean, I can still fix that.
True. Very true.
I still have Finger of Death.
Well, also, as everyone said, thank you to the Opera Geek for stopping by. Really appreciate it. It was a very fun session. You can find me on Twitter at LTALIG. That's at LTALIG. Because it's a bit I do. I have a Twitch, but it's so long I will not repeat it here. And that's all for me.
Wow, thank you. And thank all of you for both you guys, the players, the audience, on the journey of my first ever campaign. Like, there's lots of moments throughout the whole thing I love. Like just for this episode, Gert in particular, like having going from being convinced to being your best friend to you, oh wait, I'm not anymore. Just like that's in there, Otto being Otto, and Jin just like wow, like doing near about 45 damage in a single attack. Just oh dang, like it's like perfect kind of like thing. Like thank you guys so much. Thank you both like Scraticus Academy, Raven, and Blue Jay Opera Geek, like so many like wonderful people. Like I do not think like I would have gotten to this point without them. Like even like Paladin Hulk, who I've checked many of things with possible ideas with. So thank you so much with that, and all of you. Like I still want to at least just because still like my favorite moment in the campaign was when you all were arguing on the way to the swamp and the carriage over the dip. It's still like one of mine, like where I just shut up. I couldn't help but just smile the entire way. Just like you guys are just so good, every single one of you. You know, like so good. Like I forgot to actually have the outro music going. I was too lost in your stuff. Oh well. Thank you so much, everyone. And like, if you help me kind of like along the way or anything. Thank you, Raven, for going, hey, you want a GM? Okay, I guess I'll be a GM thing. Which still amaze like so many good people. You can find me on Twitter and Twitch at Michael Wayne. You give me a clip, I'll give you a GIF. Remember, we're all in this together. I'm pulling for you. And let's take it away to Raven to figure out what our raid cry is. Because I'm wondering, do we have any raid cry that's better than "It's always a good day to blame Otto"?
There we go. I was muted on the stream. Hello, everyone. Yeah, that was fantastic. Yeah, if you do have another suggestion, feel free to throw that into chat. There's the raid cry again. In case you need it, feel free to copy that and just paste it in. We're going to go on a raid here in just a moment. But I real quick wanted to say thank you so much to Michael Wayne for running this campaign. It's been fantastic. Very fun to watch. Thank you to all the players who made all these fantastic characters and really brought them to life. Again, special thanks to our guest, the Opera Geek. Thanks so much for joining us for this session. As well as thank you to the other special guests that we've had, Insane Kitty and Paladin Hulk. All fantastic stuff. Feel free to swing back by later today. In about 3 hours, we've got the penultimate of Empires and Epitaphs. And that's going to be a lot of fun. It's another fantasy game where we're basically, we've revived a literal ghost town, so half the party is living and half the party is undead. And it's just a whole lot of fun. So be sure to swing back by for that. And then finally, another quick thanks to Paladin Hulk for the donation and plot point, and to the sponsors, Fundamental RPG and Grinding Coffee Company. So again, if you use grindingcoffee.co, you head there. They've got amazing fresh roasted coffee. They roast it right when you order it, so it's pretty much as fresh as you can possibly get. And then if you use the code RAVVYN, you get 13% off your order. So it's a pretty good deal. And with that, I think that is all I needed to cover. So we're going to go say hello to Encounter Roleplay. Fantastic channel. I DM there on Thursdays. A lot of really good folks. They're playing some really cool stuff right now. So definitely give them a follow if you're not doing so already. And then I will see you all in about 3 hours. Bye, everybody.